The Siege of Jerusalem in 1187 was a pivotal moment in the Crusades that shaped the fate of Christians and Muslims in the Holy Lands for years to come. The events leading up to the Siege of Jerusalem can be traced back to the First Crusade in 1099, where Christians captured the city, brutally murdered its inhabitants, and established a Christian kingdom in the Holy Land. However, the Muslims continued to fight back, and by the late 12th century, the Muslim leader Saladin was gaining strength and support with the aim of recapturing the city. In the summer of 1187, Saladin's armies surrounded Jerusalem, cutting off the city's supplies and trapping its inhabitants. The Christians within the city were led by Balian of Balian, a nobleman who had returned to Jerusalem from captivity in Muslim hands. Despite being outnumbered and short on supplies, Balian managed to rally the city's defenders and organize the defense of Jerusalem. The siege lasted almost a month, during which time the defenders fought fiercely against Saladin's army, which used siege engines and catapults to try to break through the walls. The defenders suffered heavy casualties, but they managed to hold out until Saladin's army finally breached the city. During the final assault, Balian negotiated with Saladin to allow the Christian inhabitants of the city to leave unharmed if they could pay a ransom. Saladin agreed, and Balian managed to secure the release of around 15,000 Christians, including women and children, who were allowed to leave the city with their belongings. However, not everyone was able to pay the ransom, and those who could not were taken as slaves by Saladin's army. The Christians who stayed behind in the city were also enslaved and forced to work on rebuilding the city's fortifications. The capture of Jerusalem was a significant blow to the Christian Crusaders, and it marked the end of Christian control over the city. The loss of the Holy City also prompted European leaders to launch the Third Crusade, with the aim of recapturing Jerusalem and pushing back Muslim control in the region. After the Siege of Jerusalem, the region experienced significant changes. Saladin allowed Christians to visit Jerusalem, but it remained under Muslim control, with some religious sites being shared by both Christians and Muslims. The loss of Jerusalem also marked the end of Christian dominance in the region, with Muslim control gradually spreading to other cities and territories. The Siege of Jerusalem in 1187 was a significant event in history that shaped the fate of Christians and Muslims in the Holy Lands for years to come. Saladin's reputation for chivalry and honorable conduct towards prisoners of war made him an icon in the Muslim world, while the atrocities committed on both sides serve as a reminder of the horrors of war.